Alex Lynn takes pole position for his home race, ahead of championship contenders Norman Alec and Sergei Sorokin. Mitch Evans placed ahead of Pierre Gasly as Prima teammate Antonio Giovinazzi still defeated Gasly this season. Nicholas Latifi struggled to hook up his car as he starts from 9th. And 11th, Nobuharu Matsushita. He just lost his pace since Spain, a hard race for him. Time for lights out here at Silverstone.
What is up, guys? We are here and we are back with some more GP2 action. Silverstone Grand Prix, my home Grand Prix. Obviously, you know, I want to do a little bit good, considering we didn't do too well in Austria with the confusion with the red flag in Austria. It was a bit weird, but our teammate over there in his snazzy new looking Prima racing car, as you can see, our car still looks absolutely amazing. Again, the usual setup. I really, really do need to change that. I guarantee for the F1 race, guys, I'll use a different setup. But nonetheless, we are on the verge of hopefully doing an amazing feat of getting, you know, a first 1-2. With any luck, we can do it. But anyway, stuff talking. Let's get to the race. So, a comfortable P5 just behind Sorokin, Evans and Nato, the cars we've been behind for a very, very long time. But nonetheless, we have got 5 lights and we are now underway. We get a little bit of wheel spin. King has a poor start, so that's handy for us. But nonetheless, we're going to take it nice and easy. We dip our tie into the grouse a little bit, so we're going to lose a few positions. And we've actually got Matsushita in 9th place, so he's made some ground off the start line. So nonetheless, we're going to go round the outside. Sorokin actually bangs tyres with King, so we do exactly the same thing. We're going to slot up the inside of Sergei Sorokin. You can see Alex Lynn is actually getting off to a pretty decent little a little bubble of air just ahead of him. We can see Nato's actually being pushed out here by Mitch Evans, but Alex Lynn has had a bit of a tragic corner there. So Alex Lynn is right under issue for Mitch Evans. We're going to go around Norman Nato's outside, which is obviously going to give, I believe that's Sergei Sorokin, the right of passage. So Sorokin up into 4th place as we just make a worldie of an overtake round the outside there of one of our championship rivals, Mitch Evans. But we've got some more action obviously going on down the field, and our first bit of action, we have Arthur Peake battling with our teammate Giovinazzi, so maybe he's not having a fantastic start, so that 1-2 can definitely go down the tube. He actually made light work of that, to be fair. I think Giovinazzi kind of backed off. Maybe they're on different tyre strategies, who knows. But we're now coming on to lap 3. We've got to make our pit stop this lap. And Mitch Evans is just absolutely bullying us with the DRS. We're going to bang tyres as for whatever reason, I don't know, these just tyres just aren't working for us. So we're going to come into the pit lane. This is a very, very long pit lane, believe it or not. We can actually see we put ourselves up into P2. It's going to go back down to P3. We've got a car following us behind. I believe that is Matsushita. So coming from 12th place on the grid, he's done an absolutely amazing job. So he's within a shout of a podium, being the fact that he's actually in the pit stops with me. But it's looking alright, as this car just looks absolutely amazing. I'm sorry, but it just looks so good now that the car is completely matte, as opposed to it being shiny here, there and everywhere. But anyway, we're going to get back into the action now. I'm going to see what actually happens as we come out the pit. We are on the harder tyre. We have actually got Raffaele Marcello just ahead of us, as we get a little bit sideways on the brakes. So we were struggling a little bit with the cold tyres and the cold brakes. We were right up the back of Raffaele Marcello. So I'm not sure what he's on, if he's on the options or he's on the primes, but whatever he is on, we are absolutely catching him like mad. We're just going to use the slipstream, and if he's going to go to the outside, we're going to just go chuck up his inside. Yes, he is also on the harder tyre. We're going to ride this curb just enough, just the right amount, that we're going to want to do. But we now have, I believe that's Matsushita who was behind us. He's now coming over. Our teammate, Antonio Giovinazzi, is going to look round his outside, and he absolutely makes the move stick. That was a fantastic overtake there by Matsushita. And on the following lap, you can see he now is in pursuit of Jordan King. He's going to make the switchback work, and Matsushita is absolutely on a charge. And another driver who's also on a charge is Arthur Peak. He's just cutting through the field as well. So a few drivers actually doing pretty well around here, as opposed to probably what you'd normally see. He does go a little bit wide on the mid corner, but we are now actually on the back of Alex Lynn on the final lap, so we have made some ground. Mitch Evans there in third place. He's fending off Nobuharu Matsushita at the moment. You can see we're in rich. We're probably going to be running very low on fuel at this point, but you can see we're in a massive slipstream of Alex Lynn. We're going to look to the inside round, and we actually make the move stick as our rims are actually glistening from the sunshine. We're going to cover off the inside of this corner so Alex Lynn doesn't get a run, but for sure he's going to have a go at us with DRS down the hanger straight. We're going to just cover our lines perfectly, not try to go too wide. We could have done a little bit better there, but we have got the lead of the race, and there's only one more sector to go. With any luck, we can just about hold on to what we can, but Alex Lynn looking to make a move round our outside, so we're going to hold our inside line as best we can. Alex Lynn doesn't get what he wants. We just bullied him out of whatever he wanted. Unless he's going to make a last chance dive bomb move into this corner, I think we have got this covered. Yes, we have. So we're going to round the second to last corner and then the final corner, and we are going to claim a win here in Silverstone. That was an eventful race, and we're going to see also what happened on the last lap. As we was watching with this, Nobuharu Matsushita and Mitch Evans were indeed fighting, and we're going to have a quick cheeky little look and see who actually got the final podium positions. You've got Nobuharu Matsushita here right on the back, and he just absolutely demolishes Mitch Evans there in the straight line. I don't think he squeezes them out as well for good measure, but I guess it was worth it for Matsushita to do that. But that's it, we won the Silverstone feature race. If we can do just as good in the sprint race, then obviously that would be fantastic. And with Sorokin having a reverse grid pole, it'll be interesting to say the least.
Pierre Gasly takes his second win of GP2 season, just edging out home favourite Alex Lynn. Matsushita found his way to third on the podium, beating Evans and King. Sergei Sorokin had a really poor race, but he takes reverse grid pole. Alongside him is Antonio Giovinazzi. Can Sorokin make up for a poor feature race, or Giovinazzi take his first win in the sport? Only time will tell here at GP2 sprint race.
So back in the grid here, it's a bit cloudy for the second race of GP2 here at Silverstone. Our teammate is sitting pretty in second place on the grid at the moment, coming in 7th place, but it's probably our best chance to get a 1-2, so let's do what we can to make it happen. So here we are, P8 just behind Alex Lynn, which is a shame for him. He really deserved that. He fought as hard as he could, but we're not going to take any prisoners like in the last race. So we are now underway, and we get off to a really poor start. You can see we just got swamped. We got a bit of we got bogged down on the first gear, which is very odd. You can see Latifi, De Jong, and Nato all ahead of us. Now we've got Marcello as well as Malia, and I believe that's Gioto. Yeah, so what we're going to do, we're going to look around the outside and make almost a similar move that Charles Leclerc made into turn 1, just gaining so many positions, and our teammate Giovinazzi has actually found himself in front at the moment, so that's pretty awesome for him. Sorokin can go slow, so I'm not sure what happened with him there, but nonetheless we've got Norman Nato a little bit further down the field as well, so it's looking very good. for our championship battle at the moment. We've got Jordan King just ahead of us. We're going to maybe make the same move on him that we did to Mitch Evans, just hang it around the outside, give him a little bit of a squeeze on the way around, and we actually make it past Jordan King, because at the moment it is a 1-2 for Prima Racing. Giovinazzi's just ahead, but it's not the order we want, as we move a little bit on to the following lap, and you can see Jordan King just squeezed us out a little bit, but nonetheless, we're going to continue on with the action and what is going on with these. You got Alex Lynn, I believe, spinning around Norman Nato. So the person who came second in the last race and another driver who's battling for the championship, both spinning around, which is just obviously not what you want. Coming down the start finish straight now on lap 3. You can see we are under pressure from Norman Nato's teammate Jordan King. He's given us a bit of a fight, and Sorokin has actually passed him, and Sorokin's now into P2, but we're not having any of that. We're going to go down his inside, and we're going to hold off that position, because that position is ours. We do not care. But now we have Marvin Kirchhofer up the back of one of the Dams cars. I believe that is Latifi. I want to say it's Latifi, because Lynn, I think, is a little bit further back because he's having some issues there. But we're now on to the following lap, and Kirchhoff is just cutting through the field. He's on the back of Luca Giotto right now. He's going to make the same move that Matsuhisa did actually on Giovinazzi, and he's actually made it stick. So he's done a fantastic job. So many overtakes are being made left, right, and centre. But on the final lap now, you can see we have caught up to the back of our teammate Antonio Giovinazzi. We're going to try and do the double here on the last lap here at Silverstone. It's very overcast, very cloudy, so this will probably be the best thing we can do to brighten our day. But looking at turn 1, you can see that is Alex Lynn, I believe. He's gone into the gravel, and I think he stalled the car. But we're going to have to get back to this action, as this is for the lead. We're going to look around the outside, we're going to hold it. We go off the track completely, trying to get out squeezed by our teammate, but Giovinazzi's going to hold the position. We're going wheel to wheel around here. We go in a little bit too hot. You can see our brakes are absolutely red hot as we get a twitch of understeer, and he almost goes into the side of us. So we are battling so hard for this win. The other cars are catching up, but I think it is going to be between us two. Sergei Sorokin looks as if he's got third place in the bag. We are going to look around the outside of Giovinazzi, and we're going to make the move stick as best we can. We've actually got into the lead round turn 1, and there's been contact between Norman Nato and Ollie Rowland, so those two are both out here on the final lap of the race. But nonetheless, we are going to continue and just do whatever we can to battle off Antonio Giovinazzi. But Giovinazzi is coming down our inside. As you can see, he's actually going to make the move stick, and we get a little bit of twitch. With any luck, we could hold off Sergei Sorokin, but it's so disappointing just to see our team ahead of us. We're going to have to try and make a last-ditch dive bomb here into turn 1 if possible. Giovinazzi does go slow, trying to cover us off. We're going to look to the inside, and I don't know if we can get it. We've got to make as much of... we just can't do it. There's just not enough angle in that corner. But it is a 1-2 for Prima. Probably not the order we wanted, but nonetheless, it is a 1-2 for us. But that was a crazy last lap. Everything went off. Literally, everything kicked off there. So there's not much change in the driver's stands. We're still leading the championship. We've got Norman Nato obviously in second, Nobuharu Matsushita in third, Mitch Evans, Sergei Sorokin, and I guess Alex Lynn. They're looking pretty tasty. There's 11 points between them 3 drivers. Then obviously you have Nicholas Latifi, who hadn't had the greatest race. Arthur Peak just ahead of Luca Giotto. And then Giovinazzi and Gustav Malia. 4 drivers separated by 1 point. It's absolutely crazy. So that's going to be very good to see how that goes. And then the constructors, Prima have now taken the lead in the constructor standings from ART with that 1-2. I'm pretty sure that definitely helped. Racing Engineering still ahead of Dams at this point in time. Dams have really got their act together recently, so they're going to be hard. Campos now ahead of Rapax. Russian Time also now ahead of Trident. So quite a bit of change here, but the bottom 3 remain the same. So that's been that, guys. I hope you see you in the next video. If you enjoyed this, please give a like. But until then, guys, bye-bye.